Hey guys, feel free to comment below. Also, if you would like art on a postcard or a sketch card or an 8x11, let me know. Let's see here. Hopefully this time, yep, here we go. So this time it's showing me my live. Before I had last time I had to switch it to public because some reason when it updated it kicked it into private. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Hello, hon. Okay, so just gonna give it a moment while you all gaze at the art what we got so far. Waiting on someone to come in. I'll go ahead and describe what we've done. We have gotten the red couch, which originally was like a white cream, but I felt like having a dog that was black and white, especially the majority of him white fur, on a cream white couch wouldn't make him pop more. Hello, J&W. Thank you for joining. This is part 2 of the art stream for Lucy on a couch. Huh? Uh, we got the shading in where the cushion goes in on the lines and then the side, and then the cushion itself. And then we're gonna do, before we finish the fur, we're gonna do the rest of the background and stuff. We're gonna do like a beige and cinnamon wall, and then this is like a gray and marble-ish kind. Which I'm trying to figure out what I should do. I might add, which I need to get that back out, some silver into it with the gray, and then go back over it with the gray so it kind of coats over for the marble look. And then back up here will be again a darker, like just probably all cinnamon. And then we got a vase here, which is like kind of like cinnamon as well, but with some brown in it. It's like an owl vase, but you can only see part of it. So I have to try to figure out how to defer that from the other part of the wall. And then we got a statue right here of a Buddha that is kind of the legs where it's sitting, that is black with gold in it. We have gotten the eyes pretty much done. Now that it's dried, you can see the highlights in the eyes. The bow tie is pretty much done. I might, after the live, like thin out the gray a little bit because I'm going to have to go real slow. Make sure I don't take all the gray out. Also, that's when I add a lot of highlights that I don't add during the live, just because I got to take my time to get them perfect. We The white fur is going to be a little challenging because I am running low on my paint markers, which I will be blending the white with the gray with. That'll be interesting. But we're gonna finish the background and then finish Doggy, said Lucy. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. Let's do, I guess, we'll probably start with the wall. So we're going to start with the lighter color here, which you might not be able to actually see on the camera because it's so light, but I'll move my hand here in a minute. You can kind of see it barely. It kind of looks yellow, but it's really not. It's actually brick beige. Should be a tiny bit darker, but I'm running thin on it. I do have another brick beige that's a Copic. Right now I'm using Prisma because it's a little bit different than the Copic, and I want that to be a little bit different than the couch, as when I use Copic for the couch. So, okay. And then we're going to use, I need a piece of paper here to see which one of these are darker. So you can see what I'm doing here. Just seeing which one of these is darker so I know where I'm going with this. Okay, so that's definitely the darker one. Even though it says light suntan, it's darker than the cinnamon. So we're going to put the cinnamon on next. Okay, so we got, now you can kind of see it. And then it's got a shadow literally down to here-ish. Because it's underneath the marble. And then we'll go over one more time where the lining is to blend it. And then over top of it to blend it. There we go. Looks real nice. And then for the top part, we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to need... How did things like disappear on me? Like legit. Where did that go? Oh, here it is. I'll go ahead and do the top part of the wall. It's going to be totally darker. And then this time the shadows are going to be from like the statue and the dog's ears and stuff. And then a little bit on the wall. Like that. And then blend. And then once it dries, you'll be able to see it better. Nice. Okay, let's get the eraser actually, because we do not need this line here, because now I know where it is. Okay. And then let's do the marble. Let's go ahead and do the, well, no, because I'm going to use a paint marker, ain't I? Oh, I'm going to use a paint marker for that as well. Oh, the rest of it uses paint markers and markers. Let's start with this side and work our way over. And then we'll let it dry a moment. So, do I want to start with... I know I have like a copperish parts of this. All right, that's all we need for that. We're going to do with the paint markers first. And then add the gold to this. And it's kind of sporadic and like little blots. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to leave this out because I might use it again. And then I was going to put some silver mixed in with the gray. Now let's go ahead and let that dry for a moment. Thank you, hon. I'm trying to look over like every 2 seconds for comments. This one should be ready now to go on to doing the next part of it, which is going to be this color. Just gonna blend it in, and then I'll probably have to go over with the paint marker again, which I gotta get back out. Let's see. Actually, the whole side of it from the picture is this. Actually, we could probably just, let's do this. I think this will look a lot more nice. There we go. Let that dry. Those two colors together. And then the statue is black and gold. And I didn't do the bottom yet because that one's got lines in it that are darker. And I want to put the lines in right. There, like that, see? And then go back over this one a few times so it's darker. There we go. Next, we need to use our cool gray 40% over the silver for the marble. And if the silver doesn't show through, we'll have to go over it a few times and repeat until it works. A lot of times once it dries though, it shows through. Okay. I was thinking about using my gray, I mean not my gray, my brown to do the designs in the vase. I'm wondering if it's dry enough now. Let's put this like this so you can see what I'm doing with the vase. It's got like these little, because it's an owl, like featherish look. I'll show you here in a minute. Let me get this bottom part done, and then I'll show you. And I'll have to lift it up so you can see. There it is. See right there. I like little U's. I mean, it's so small, it's hard to get all this detail in. There we go. Vase done. Alright, and now we can do, let's see, where did I put that? This needs to be shadowed again. And then underneath here again. Okay. Sometimes when it dries, you gotta go over it again until the color actually stays with the, you know. Okay, looking really good. Now it looks like I might need to add the silver back in the marble. Maybe. I do have a darker gray, a 60%. As well. So I'm going to add these darker lines like marble would have with it, like cracks. And then we'll go over it with the lighter color again to blend it, and hopefully the cracks will show through. Okay. Once it dries, and I'm going to add a little bit of silver splots in here again, but you might not be able to see in the camera just because silver and gray are kind of close, especially when they're both wet at the same time. And you can kind of see some of the lines coming through right now. Like I said, when we're done, I got to do a lot of detailing to finish it up for the client. See, we're 20 minutes in, and I'm getting close to being done, other than the white fur and touching up on the black fur on the ears. It's literally all we got left, other than maybe going over the marble again. Let's see here. Kind of wondering if if I should go over the gray with another color, if that would work, making it look better. Oh yeah, that works. Okay. Actually, we need to also go, I just realized, shade for the couch. Let that dry. Okay. So now all we got technically left, I want to go ahead and work on, what did I do with, let's get the ears. And ears also need a little bit of other colors. That's the wrong side there. Okay, let's work on this fur a bit. All right, make these real slow. There we go. And then I got my black done in case I needed it, but it doesn't really look like I do. We got a little bit of red in here where the dog is, but when I add the white, you're not going to really notice. Okay, let that dry a moment. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I really wish I had my 30% gray still. But I don't. So what we're going to have to do is kind of shade the gray in wherever the darker white's going to be, and then just keep going over it until it's lighter, you know what I mean? Okay. No, wait, the neck. Okay, good. Let that dry. Alright, let's see if this... Yeah. This is going to be a slow process, guys. This is what's going to take up most of it. Because I have to keep letting this marker sit. It dries so quick when you mix the colors with it. Not to mention I got to go over it a few times for the fur. See what I mean? See how it lightens it up when it's over it? I'm going to have to let that dry though. And sorry if I bumped the camera. I'm trying not to, but... Alright. This has got to go upside down again. I might just try to alternate. I got 2 of these. I don't know how much I have left in each one. Like I don't know if I'm getting anything out of this one. I'm about to clean the tip off. Yeah, I think that one's kind of, maybe I've had it. I don't know. Let me see here. See if I can get it out, I can flip it upside down. That might help. Nope. Let's try flipping the other one. Actually, the back doesn't want to come off of this one, of course. Well, it's working as long as we keep putting it upside down, so. You have to let that sit a minute upside down. Yeah, it's looking nice. Once we go over there, over it, it's lighter and it looks like fur. Okay, let's see if we can get okay. For the nose, a little highlight, and then guess well that's drying and that's upside down. Let's actually go ahead and try to get the bow tie, the gray in it, smaller, thinner, I should say. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot nicer. What's this other side? Go. Nice. We should be able to get more out of this marker hopefully by now. Oh yeah. Yep, dried up on me again. Upside down again. They don't make things like they used to, I'll tell you that. There we go. Fix those lines. We're just about done, guys. Other than a few highlights I'm going to have to do afterwards. And I want to fix this marble a little bit, so let's turn this way. I'm trying to think what I can use. Marble does have a lot of different colors in it. I wonder if I use the gold and then go over the gray, if that'll work better than the silver. Let's try that. Oh, it's looking a lot sleeker at least. Like that definitely better. A little bit of highlight line. I'm just going to put some highlights in and then I'll go back over it with the black. Let's just go ahead and do that. So why not? Let's put some white in the marble and then go over it so it's got like a lighter gray. And then we'll go ahead and put the highlights in. Okay. Let that dry a minute, and then I'll go over it with the gray. See how that looks. You actually could probably... There we go, that's better with the eyes. And I'm getting out of focus here. Focus, come on. There we go. Okay. see here. Yeah, this one. A final touch of the fur. Hello, Pink Zebra. No, you're fine. I'm just working on the fur. I never delete my lives, so they're always watched the you know, after it's re-uploaded. I'm just putting in the white and then going over, you know, for highlights and shadings and stuff. And then now I'm going over the fur with a darker black. Thank you. Here, I'll turn it this way so you can look at it so far. It's just about done. Having a little bit difficulties with the marble just because I don't have any markers with marble. So I'm mixing a lot of colors. And actually I got to go back over this with the gray again. There we go. Marble's done. Statue, the Buddhist statue's got the gold and the black. And then the best I could do for the vase was like copper and brown. And then here in a minute I'm going to put a little bit of black lining in it for like the owl's feathers in the vase. But I wanted to get the doggy done first, Miss Lucy. All right, let that dry. We need to go over this here. Mouth. Okay. Huh? Yeah, it was. If I had like a bigger set of my Copics and everything I needed, it would have been easier. But I figured out a technique that'll work. Um, I just, in person, it looks a little bit different than on camera. On camera, it looks fine. But if you zoom in, you can see where the fur is, with the darker light. I had to use the gray for the difference in the shadowing. I have to go over it a few times after the live to make it more perfect. And then, but I gotta let it dry each time because I'm using the paint marker to go over the gray. And then it'll look perfect. So it's not the easiest method, but it works. You're fine. Now I'm adding the a little bit of details in the vase. Okay, there we go. Let me zoom in here actually for y'all so y'all can see. Got the part of the feathers and for the owl. At least I think it's an owl vase. I know it's an owl by looking at it. I just don't know if it's an owl statue or an owl vase. Thank you. The whiskers now. The whiskers, I'm trying to think. I'm going to do those after the live just because I have to be real delicate with how thin they are. I don't know if I'm going to do like black, let it dry, and then put the white over the black. Just so I know where the lines are with the whiskers. Or, yeah. Thank you. Okay, here, let's see. I went ahead and I thinned out the gray and the bow ties so it looked a little bit nicer. And what did my, oh yeah, right here. Okay, and now I need to go over the nose a little bit because some of the white kind of carried over. There we go. Trying to get some of these shadows in. Okay. Matter of fact, I could probably do this for the couch. Yeah, it works. Let that dry. And I'm looking it over to make sure it's done. Let's see here. Okay. I'll let you look over it for a minute. Let you see if you think it's done. Because to me it looks done other than going over the white one more time after the live. Just to make sure a lot of the grays blended right. Is there something you want me to write on the back of the postcard? Because it's not just postcard size, it's actually an actual postcard. Can you add a few little black marks on tiny ones? What do you mean by tiny ones? Like where? You mean like black spots? I know there's some black spots on like the side of the leg and the tail, but that's kind of cut off on the postcard, so that's why I didn't add the black there. She has a black little mark on her left leg spot. Yeah. Yeah. See, I wanted to do that, but the way the leg's cut off right here, but I could put like a tiny bit right here. That'd be no problem. Front leg. Oh, I think what it is the position that the picture's in. It's not showing it. Is it this leg right here? Just type yes if it's this leg. If not, no, then I know it's this leg. Okay. See, I can't see it on the picture I got. Is it like up here? Like right here-ish? Small dot like a beauty mark. Okay, well I'm gonna put it on here, and then the white paint marker, if I put it in the wrong spot, will go over it. So like that, or is it bigger? Okay. What I'll do is I'll do what I did to the other part of the fur, and I'll add the fur lines in it. There we go. Let that dry, it'll lighten up. Okay. Is there anything you would like me to say on the back of the postcard? Oh, no problem. You're very welcome. I enjoyed doing it. Anything I want? Okay, I'll make it a surprise. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. It's a little bit earlier than an hour, but we're pretty much done. I just got to let it dry and go over the gray one more time with the same lines with the white. And pretty much done. Once I'm done with that, I'll take a snapshot, and tomorrow I'll have the thumbnail done for both videos, part 1 and 2. And that's it. I want to give a special shout out to Pink Zebra. It was a little bit of a challenge, but it looks really good. It turned out great, and I hope you all enjoy it when I send it to you. And I also want to thank J&W Boss for coming in. I thank you all for all the support. And remember, you're all awesome. Hit that like, join the fam, and I hope you all have a good night. No problem. Thank you.